Do you want me to save you a ton of time and effort and hopefully a bunch of money by telling you what I did wrong at my expense because it is embarrassing, it is dumb, and it's something that shouldn't happen, but I'm pretty sure it happens quite often. So stick around. I'm going to talk about how I lost a ton of dough this week trading crypto myself. It's the first losing week I've had overall. And so this is your weekly update. We're going to talk about the projects I'm in and my wins and losses, as well as how I got wrecked trading crypto this week. Let's get to it. So, really, my first thing I'm going to talk about before we get into how I lost a bunch of money is how I've been winning a bunch of money. And EasyBot is part of that formula. EasyBot, it is crypto trades, but it's software. It just sends a signal to your exchange where you hold the money to buy and sell crypto at a certain, with a certain algorithm that they use, a proprietary trading algorithm. I've been in this since August 25th of 2022, and I've only had like 2 losing trades, and they were both minimal, like pennies lost. I've had thousands of winning trades, thousands, and I've done other videos showing you the thousands of winning trades I've had with this because it's their algorithm I'm using and it's been working quite well. But this week in EasyBot was a slow week for me because I only made $48.15. That's about a 0.73% return. I had about $10 in fees, so that means I made $38, which is 0.57 or half a percent trading this week with EasyBot. Now, some people might look at that and say, oh, that's terrible. Why would you even waste your money? Because if I get a 1% return a week, that's a 52% return. That is way better than any savings account can do. Now, I also own the underlying crypto, which means that I'm going to realize gains and losses, and it's going to realize in the form of USDT. So all that being said, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just showing you the things that I'm doing, and this is one of them. And I even turned this bot off last Sunday, so it only traded on Sunday of last week. And the dumb thing I did is I took the USDT, about $500, and I put it into Margex. And I'm going to tell you in a little bit how I lost that money, okay? So overall, EasyBot has been my best performing asset. You see, last week I made $617. That's about a 9% return. The week before, a 5.36, 4.52. As you can see, I haven't had a losing week in EasyBot since I've been keeping track, and since its inception, have not had a losing week. So EasyBot's been kicking butt. If you want a referral code down below to check it out for yourself, I'm not telling you to get into it, but if you're interested in EasyBot, use my referral link. There's lots of resources on the website, and it's been awesome for me. I love it. Okay, that's enough about EasyBot. Next up is RevToken. RevToken's a project I've been in for a while. It's gone up and down. They've changed out some management, and the last couple of weeks has seen an increase because they've been getting to more utility for the token to give back in rewards, and the token's been kind of creeping up. This week we had a little bit of a downturn, but just tiny, and so it's been performing just fine the last couple of weeks. And I look forward to seeing the utility they bring to the project. I like that I got in on the ground floor. The token was like half a cent when I got in. It's worth, or I think I had varying degrees of purchasing, but I did DCA into it when they had some management changes. All in all, it's been performing just fine. Let's move on. Pinex. So I put about $1,100 in Pinex, $11.94, and it's down to $10.77. Now, most of that loss is not due to the trading losing, because the trading is a grid bot. And, as you see this Ethereum bot, I've made money trading. The Bitcoin bot, I've made $53 trading. I've lost $15 just because the fluctuation of the price of Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum took a loss this week because there is, rumors of SEC investigation of Ethereum being a security. Nothing formal has materialized that I've seen. They said a unnamed governmental institution is looking into it. So I can only guess that's the SEC. There's a lot of speculation about this. I don't want to speculate. I'm just telling you that Ethereum is down a little bit, and this is the why I'm having a loss. It's down about 10%. So since I got into it. So that's where most of my losses in Pinex is. And I also was in a terrible trade before in Pinex. So I can't blame Pinex for my stupidity. I've done okay. There's a referral code for everything I'm going to talk about down below, but only get in if you understand the risk. Again, not your financial advisor, not financial advice. I'm showing you what I'm doing. If you want to get into what I'm doing, you're more than welcome to do so, but make sure you know the risk first and don't come blaming me and say I lost my money, because all of this is risky. You can lose your money in any of the things I'm talking about today, and it's very possible as well. So, and I will show you how I lost my money in trading on margin with leverage. So this all being said, my Pionex is performing okay. I can't complain about it, even though I'm down a little bit. As you see these things start to go up, those losses will retreat quite a bit. All right, Coinbase. So Coinbase is where I just hold. The fees at Coinbase are a bit high, on the high side in my opinion. But that if I trade more, those fees would come down. But anyway, this is where I choose to hold money. I believe it's a somewhat stable platform. I don't trust any of these things, but this one seems to be a little more stable. Not a lot of lawsuits around it yet. So I have money in this. And so what I did is I bought about $15,250 worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana. Mostly it's in Bitcoin and Solana right now. That bucket of goods is worth about 20,000 and change right now. I see it just went up a little bit. Bitcoin's been on a bit of a tear this afternoon. So I have unrealized profits of about 5,012. I haven't sold it yet, so it's still in the coin, in Bitcoin. So I'm up about 32% on these holdings, I'm very happy with that, because as you can see, this has only been since January 1st I put this money in there. So since the beginning, you're up about 32%. Not bad, right? Next up, Saletti. Saletti has been doing very well for me. My biggest regret with Saletti is that I didn't get in earlier. So Saletti, when I got in, it was a couple months ago, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, and there's probably about, I think there's about 200 active users. They're up to $500,000 in value in their PAM or overall. I'm in the PAM trading account. There's some other portfolios you can get into, like this one, Opportunistic Credit Fund, Saletti Growth Fund. I'm in this one, and my wallet's not connected, but doesn't matter. I'm in the PAM trading account, and the PAM trading account is averaging about 1% a day. So if you look at the trade report, they'll show you the Forex trades that they did. This is when they got in. This is when they exit. They bought. They were only in for a minute. These are little scalping trades, just little trades to make little bits of money here and there. A couple losing trades, but they haven't had a losing day since They haven't had a losing day period. They've had this around since mid-December, and it's been performing very well. So this week I have my $504 in there. I guess I restaked a little bit of that money, and my return's about 15 and change. There might have been a math error in here, so it will normalize in the next reading. But it was about 3% total return. Now, the money that you take out, they take a 15% performance fee when they give you the profits. And if you pull your money out, they take about 3%. So there are some fees along with this, but that's how they make their money. That's their incentive to keep doing the trades and doing well. And so that's Saletti. My return, I've got about 30% return since I've been in this since the week of February 4th. I think I got in at the very end of that week. So it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, a 30% return, about 4 to 5% a week. I can't complain. I just hope it continues to do as well as it is. I know they had their coin. The Saletti AI had a coin launch this last week. It was on a different platform. This PAM trading account's on Binance, BSC. The one that the coin they release is on Solana, and they said it's completely separate from this project. I hope the coin does well, and I hope this project continues to perform. And there's links for everything I'm talking about down below. Now, a new one that I'm in I've been in about 2 weeks is CetoSwap. And the only reason I'm in this one is because I had a bunch of tokens from the Truth Seekers that launched about February of 2023. Those tokens sat for about a year without a whole lot. I mean, nothing happened with the project. It just sat there, and they had launched some other help promote some other project. I'm not clear which is what. Those projects didn't materialize anything. So I was very happy to the opportunity. They rebranded to Strategic, and Strategic, I guess they partnered with CetoSwap. And so I traded my Truth token for Strategic token. I traded my Strategic token for Cedo Swap, if you can follow me. And then I created a liquidity pool with my Cedo token and wrapped Ethereum. And I've been getting a very, very strong return through this. So as you can see, it offers a 650, maybe you can't see that, a 657% APR. And let me connect this real quick. We'll do MetaMask. Let me just approve this because oh gosh, never mind. I put my thing in. Anyway, I have about $342 staked between the Cedo and this wrapped Ethereum. And so Ethereum came down in price. I originally had about 380 staked. It's now worth about $345. And I've gotten a very good return on this. The first day it launched, it wasn't a 657% APR. It was like a 1,508% APR. So I got a very strong return that day. And since its inception, I got about $89 back. I have 340 staked. I've gotten 89 back. That's about a 26% return in about a week and a half. Very happy with that. I hope that keeps going. I hope the Cedo token stays strong so I don't have impermanent loss and lose money in this liquidity pool, in this farm here. So all in all, my Cedo has been doing fine. I'll keep this money in there. I can unstake it right now, sell it, and bridge the tokens back from, this is on the Manta platform or Manta blockchain. So I could sell all this, bridge it back, and put it back into BSC if I want, because they have a nice bridge on here. So you can trade it from BSC, Arbitrum, I probably said that wrong, and Manta. You can trade it all around, and I can get it back and put it back in my MetaMask wallet. But it's been performing very well, so I'm going to let it happen, let it go. All right. I tried to get through that quickly so we can get to the meat. So I have been trading in Margex, and you can see right here, I started trading a couple weeks ago. I put like $340 in. Okay, and then I put another 300 or so in. And then this week I put another $500 in. So I'm $1,100 into this. I only have $149 left. Joe, you are a complete idiot. Yes, I'm fully aware of that. I haven't really traded. I used to be a licensed futures and options trader way long time ago. And I thought I knew how to trade crypto on leverage. I was wrong. Okay. So let me just tell you this. I was very good at picking a profitable trade, an entry point. As you can see, my wins have outweighed my losses. My wins I have 138 wins and I have only 80 losses. So you think, Joe, you should be up, not down, you idiot. Well, I am down $950 out of that $1,100 for this one reason. I'm very good at picking an entry point, I think. I'm good at taking a profit and putting a take profit number in there. Where I am bad is my hope and optimism when it starts to go against me. So this is the amateurish mistake I've made, and I'm giving you this information at my own risk of my own embarrassment, because I want you to not make the same mistakes I made and learn from my mistakes. Okay. So my problem is that I have a strategy, and my strategy only works when I'm making money. It doesn't take into account what happens when it goes against you. So there's a fine line between too tight of a stop loss and too loose of a stop loss. Trades breathe. They go, this thing goes up and down. If you watch this right now, you can watch, this is the 1 minute candles. You'll watch this thing. I mean, it's Sunday afternoon. It's not super active right now, but you'll watch this thing. You can see this is on the minute. It goes up and down. And if you pull out, like if you can see this thing, I mean, it's trading within a pretty decent range. That's a 700 point range right here. Okay. And just in about, 50, 60 minutes, it's pretty bullish right now. It's looking up. Well, my entries, I would be too scared to enter right now because of the bullish nature. I might put on a unleveraged trade or something like that. But all in all, I didn't take into account that you're going to have periods where you're going to have these big movements, and I was very optimistic it would come back around. So the big lesson here that I can teach you is that if you're going to get into leverage trades on a platform like Margex, if you do, there's a link down below. I don't recommend it. You're going to lose your ass unless you have a very good strategy. But my recommendation is to have a very strong strategy. How much are you willing to risk and how much are you willing to make for that risk? And have these things written down and follow and execute and trial and error or something of that nature. But don't go in and watch it and play your gut or your instincts or what you think, because what you think is heavily biased on what you want and what you hope. And hope and optimism is not a good strategy. Math and science will win the day on this one. And I plan on coming back to you next week to show you how much I've gained back. And by the way, I'm not going to start chasing losses with more losses like I did the last 3 weeks. I'm going to have this $149. I'm going to slowly build that up at 3 to 7% a day, somewhere in that range. Once I make my 3 to 7%, I'm going to quit for the day and wait till the next day. Because if you've ever been to Vegas, Vegas builds these multi-billion-dollar casinos, not because people win money, right? People lose money. And how do they lose the most is they stay too long. So if you have a winning hand on blackjack and another winning hand, you should probably leave, okay? If you're up a certain percent or a certain amount, you should probably take your profits and go home. Take your profits and go home. But that's not what people do, and that's not why they build those $1 million, billion-dollar casinos. They build it on hope and optimism, not math and science. If everyone followed their own strategy when they walked into Vegas, Vegas wouldn't exist. So I'm here to tell you, have a strategy, have a plan, execute your strategy and plan. Don't fall prey to hope and optimism, greed, or whatever you want to call it, because you will get wrecked. And that's a lesson not just for trading on leverage margin on a platform like Margex. And it's not Margex's fault, it's mine. This goes for all of crypto. You know, when you're up and you take some profits, no one has gone broke taking profits. I could be wrong about that, but you don't lose by taking profits. You lose by hoping that it continues to go up and to the right when you know that's not going to happen. Just like in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it goes up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. But it's going to come down and it's going to go up. That's a given. How much it's going to go up and how much it's going to go down is the unknown. So that's all I got for right now. Hope you had some kind of value out of this program today. Please put your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe to all those things, and I'll see you next time.